Video after video after video after video, all talking about YouTube's new community feature. And let me tell you, these videos are not positive. For those of you who have come across YouTube's new community feature, did you hate it as much as everybody else did? Maybe I should back up a little bit. YouTube semi-recently announced that they're going to be rolling out additional features within the community section of YouTube, which has now been rebranded to posts, sort of ironically. And basically what this allows creators to do and viewers to do is all post in the same place under this new tab. So as a viewer of a YouTube channel, I can go post on a creator's channel, and so can basically anybody else. And after thinking about it for a minute, I realized, although I've seen a lot of videos talking about it, I've never actually come across this new feature myself on anybody's channel. And let me tell you, I am on YouTube basically 24 hours a day. So I started to dig. So in my initial research, when I was looking into this, I found a couple things that were significant, but also quite interesting. So this, like I said, has been rolling out for a couple months, and not just in beta, but actually being rolled out to regular creators all across YouTube. And what creators found quickly is that their channels were inundated with posts from their community members, and it was to the point where it was just like level 100 spam. Not only that, they also started realizing that their own posts, the creators' posts, were not getting the reach that they used to get because there were so many posts going out to community members. And on top of that, the cherry on top of it all is that a lot of community members, a lot of viewers of channels were getting very frustrated and expressing that frustration of being bombarded by posts all the time. And this led to everyone feeling just generally annoyed at the feature. So rewind a couple months, on the Creator Insider YouTube channel, Renee Ritchie and a couple others did a little roundtable discussion about this new feature. And they said a couple interesting things, being very optimistic, of course. Listen here to what they said.
So let's talk about communities. YouTube just announced communities at Made on YouTube. We're at the event, recording this now. Tell us about communities.
Sure, Renee. Look, communities are really important to creators on YouTube. So important to shaping your channel and your identity and really just having a great connection on YouTube. And what we really wanted was a space where big fans could start conversations. They can share photos, they could talk about their thoughts, and it's in this space where they can go back and forth with each other and the creator can participate and just have a lot more rich interaction around this creator and these shared interests.
Yeah, so that doesn't seem to be going exactly how they planned it to, which is to be expected. Like, not everybody who early adopts something is going to love it. It just seemed like there weren't enough guardrails in place for creators to be able to manage this and to make it be helpful or enjoyable for their community. Here's the thing, it really feels like if there's going to be this community feature, that there needs to be a prioritization of posts. Even if there's 100 posts made by community members, it feels like the creator's post should always take precedent and always be shown aside from the member posts. At this stage, I really wanted to talk to someone who had the feature, who actually was experiencing this. So I reached out to a friend and fellow YouTube educator who I knew had the feature, and she responded back really quickly. I asked her 3 questions, which were this. Did you turn the feature off yourself? Did YouTube roll it back and take it away from you? Or 3, am I just stupid and I don't know where to find the feature? Because at this point, remember, I've still not seen this thing in the wild. I'm still only watching videos about it, which is crazy to me that YouTube has said they've been rolling this out for months and months, and I still haven't seen it after spending all day, every day on YouTube. She quickly responded back to me and said this: from what I've seen, it's only currently viewable on mobile and hangs out under the post section. So this was the nice way of her answering my question number 3, am I just stupid and looking in the wrong place? I guess I did ask, what could she say? But then, even funnier, she followed that up and said, who knows what YouTube is thinking whenever they launch anything? And I think that this represents pretty broadly what a lot of people feel about YouTube features. It feels like it's hard for them to get it to a point where there's not so many problems. And maybe that's just because there's so many people on the platform and it's really hard to know, but they've been doing beta testing for months. And it feels like they could have worked out some of these kinks, and it always feels like YouTube's in a rush to get out features rather than working through them very, very carefully and getting a lot of the bugs worked out beforehand. Aside from the inundation of posts coming onto the channels, I think that there's a big widespread concern for creators about the safety and security of their channels. Having members post content on your channel is a little bit scary because at the end of the day, that is your space. That's your designated space on YouTube that you are responsible for. And if you have a community member or multiple community members post things or say things that are not representative of what you think or feel, that could be harmful or disparaging toward other people, you at the end of the day would be held responsible for that. And could that result in your channel getting a copyright strike or being taken down or getting in trouble with YouTube for the content that the audience posts? I think that there needs to be a lot of thought going into this. There needs to be pretty strict guardrails in place to protect creators, but then if this is going to continue, also give them a very helpful and useful space. I know YouTube has put some guardrails in place about who can post in your community. Like this YouTube educator that I reach out to, you have to be subscribed to her channel for 10 days. That's great. I would love to see it get a little bit more granular than that. Maybe it's just membership only on the channel, more like a Patreon style thing. But overall, I think that it's a cool feature. I think that I would love to see this kind of grown out a little bit and just really massaged and worked out to be something that it is better because I like the idea of having more community on YouTube. And one other thing that I really like is I like private messaging, DMing on the YouTube platform so I can reach out to people on YouTube. I literally had to reach out to somebody on LinkedIn in order to talk to them about this. YouTube, please add DMing back onto the platform. Let's clean this up a little bit. I do appreciate the work the people at YouTube are doing. It's really good to know that they care about creators, and generally speaking, I do think they care about creators because at the end of the day, we are providing the content that makes the money that lines their pockets. And I don't say that in a terrible way, it's just business. I just think that's how it is. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video or want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'm Nathan with Channel Makers, signing off.